All right, so it's time to go tear past Carsey a new one. Nothing like a good roast for 100k subs on YouTube, huh? So, hey everyone. This is the very first world record that I got in 2007. It is Resident Evil 3 played on a PlayStation 1. Like, I actually played this on an SCP-H90K at the time. The US version, and it was 1 hour, 20 minutes, and 42 seconds. So, yeah. This run is garbage. I have beaten it at least 3 times since then, so I'm just kind of watching this again for shits and giggles, and yeah. First things first, get bit. That hasn't changed, but it was still pretty slow getting that zombie out of the way, I can see. Yeah, everything's all dark and shit because I recorded this to a DVD player and I just used like the 3 RCA, like just like splitters, not even like powered splitters. So that's why everything's all dark and lossy and shit. Aside from the fact that this is like a really squashed video. This is the highest quality that they had on SDA at the time. This is any percent on the US version, iPolo 12. The closest equivalent to the PC version would be a range mode. How did it feel? Well, it felt pretty good to be bragging to people that I thought I was the best in the world at something, but whatever. I've humbled myself a lot about that crap since then. Oh man. Oh man, I was like fucking I kept the books in my inventory. I didn't even go to drop off the books. Even though it's very obviously faster to drop off the books. I don't know, it's like I had some weird fucking logic when I first started speedrunning, like, oh, reading the books will prevent you from having to drop them off in the inventory box, so that'll be faster somehow. Man, past Carsey was a dumb fucking kid. Why are you not playing the SDA commentary outside the run? Because it was just a bunch of fucking randos that just like wanted to record an MP3 to add to SDA. I didn't even fucking listen to it. I'm like, oh sure, whatever. And SDA just added it. Whatever. Old school Carsey commentary would get him banned off Twitch. Possibly. Well, that's 2 bites. Getting out of the basement, that's kind of average. Getting caught on the wall like that. You know, I played this run on a projection screen TV, like one of those big screen TVs from back in the day. Like this was around the time when like plasma TVs were making the rounds. So I don't even know if those like rear projection TVs had any lag or anything like that. Whatever, I still sucked. Oh, I think I only recorded 1 audio channel too. Shit. Damn, this video was like... This video was like... poorly recorded. Dang. Even though I recorded it on a DVD player, DVD recorder. Very, very much. Very, very much Lone Noob. Very, very much. Okay, early bust out. Oh, there it goes! Look at me reading that inventory, reading that fucking playing manual. Well, yeah, you gotta know how to play. I was just, I don't know, I just thought that it'd be faster somehow. Some cool menuing strat. I thought I was onto something. I don't know, man. It's like the US version and the Japanese version are like so far removed from each other that it's like, well, I could take some ideas from the Japanese version. I couldn't even really like, I couldn't copy the strats one-to-one. But of course I knew very little about the way enemies and bosses functioned back then compared to what I know now. It was a world record. It was a world record. I don't even know what the world record is now. It's like up in the air whether the current world record on PS1 disc is even in the correct category. I think it got moved. Yeah, this is before I learned about the about going around the outside in order to get to that door. Have you got the bad zombie pattern here? Yeah, 4055 is the world record on PC. It's a different category. This is the US version, which is harder than the Japanese version, and it is also on PlayStation. You can't compare the two. A lot of popping zombies just to get them to move forward here, too. Some of my dodges here were pretty solid, I guess. Aside from the fact that I kept bumping into walls and shit, hanging on corners. Preemptive turning, man. Going the distance, going for speed. Yeah, PC has door skip. And like significantly faster loading times on top of that. So you seriously can't compare the two. Where's old Carcy webcam? There was no webcam. This was before streaming. But yeah, it was like really old. From like 2007. It was actually Dragon Dark who had the world record for the US version of RE3 before me. How many minutes does door skip save? You can beat the PlayStation version in about an hour and 15 minutes on average, and it takes about 45 minutes on average to beat the PC version. That should give you an idea of precisely how much time door skipping saves. So like about half an hour. I recorded this on a PS1 SCPH 9001, which was the US 9000 model PS1. The reason I did that at the time was because there were a lot of load hangs between PlayStation 2. Like playing on PS2 for RE3, there's actually a lot of hang-ups in load times, and that's why I played on a PS1. It doesn't necessarily mean that PS1 was like the fastest. I think like certain models of PS2 might actually work out a little better than PS1, but a regular in my stream and fellow speedrunner Nola for Bones would know the answer because he's actually been running PS1 version a lot lately. Yeah, Resident Evil Deadly Silence was the very first Resident Evil game that I picked up for speedrunning. How much faster is PSP over PS1 hardware? My best time on PSP was like 1 hour and 8 minutes, so I'd say it probably saves about like 5 minutes in loads at least. I honestly could not tell you because loading is going to change a lot between specific events like equipping, unequipping weapons, and some such. Wouldn't there be input latency from playing through a DVD recorder? I split the signal between the DVD recorder and the TV. Because I already knew there would be lag. See, Dragon Dark went through the front door, and I went through the back way, because I saw it done in the Japanese speedrun, but of course... Man, I remember how frustrated I was trying to get through this alleyway, and just like not even thinking, oh, well, maybe I just need to fucking balls it and dodge the first zombie, so that the other zombie that I routinely get bit by on the stairs isn't going to cockblock me from reaching the door. But no, I didn't think that way. I was thinking in terms of, oh, well, the first zombie is going to set up the rest, and I was kind of onto something back then. Past Carcy was kind of onto something back then, but not really. When was the first time you used webcam? You will never see that VOD. It was on Ustream TV. And even then, it's like I still never recorded. I still never used like stream dumps. I always recorded raw runs. That's like a habit that I've always had ever since SDA. The blue manual is still in the inventory, yeah. Not really. I think I was probably like one of the first people to actually use webcams. Okay, dropped. There we go. All right, so we dropped off that reloading tool. That's good. For some reason, I thought that I was saving time by not using the first box. Yeah, I guess it's not too terrible. SDA stands for Speed Demos Archive. It's a website that I used to submit speedrun videos to. Man, this was like back when the big speedrunning meta was like take all the bites and just use first aid sprays instead of shooting things, because like a lot of the runs on SDA before I started like trying to improve the runs were all like just shoot whatever's in the way. And it's like while they did pretty good, you know, getting the runs under 1.5 hours, which was already like a pretty big deal for playing on console back then. The old days of SDA were free world record. Hey man, I grinded for 2 months to get this. But of course, I was also a really bad speedrunner. I still am. Speed Demos Archive, cat. Demos because the name comes from submitting like Doom demos and Quake demos. Like demo files were how people sent times to each other back in the day. Basically, a demo file is like a replay file where you just like load it up and it would play back the the actual like gameplay as key input presses and shit like that. Man, my camera's fucking up. I've got to get a new cable. Yeah, manuals in the inventory. I mean, aside from taking like a bunch of bites where I thought that I was just gonna wind up taking bites regardless, like really what I was routing around back then, I wasn't trying to route around what I knew I could get around, but but around like the damage I knew I was going to take, like always. Which is another reason why I carried the handgun, even though like the Japanese run at the time, which was like an hour and 15 minutes, used the knife. That was actually it was actually the first case I've seen of using the knife to beat Nemesis Type 2 in the garbage compactor. Was in the Japanese run.
Jill, put this on.
PS1 version, any percent US. Oh my god. I climbed that pallet way too far to Jill's right. I didn't even it's like I didn't even know like what part of the camera angles I would wind up in, like whenever I would hit a transition. I didn't know what part of the next camera angle I would come out of, like, ever. That's why I got bit by that dog. Was 2006 a good year for you? Well, I just graduated high school. That was something. I'm gonna get caught up on some shoutouts here. Thank you so much, FoxEye002 for the 38 months. Thank you, ZPoutXYZ for 11 months. RevSir for the 12 months. Tenmachi for 52 months. Link Batosai for 4 months. Nimoshi for 2 months. And JPJ0 for the Prime. Also, I didn't even redo all of my incentives here yet. That's okay. I'll just worry about all that shit later. Man, look at all these first aid sprays. Huh. I actually thought past Carsey was going to do a lot worse than this. It's probably like a lot later in the run that I start doing like all the major fuck-ups. $10 on the water treatment puzzle. I don't even remember what I did for that puzzle. I think I had all the solutions written out. Like I had a notepad file on a laptop next to me with all the solutions. But these days I can just like... These days I just like know the solutions. But it just take a little while to like recall them. But yo, actually, the thing that I did, I think the thing that I did that was like most different was that I just skipped the shotgun. Actually, that was the big thing. Dude, it's fucking trash Cadillac. It's terrible. Like my idea of a dodge had nothing to do with like luring zombies in front. It had everything to do with like just holding up and like hoping that I get past them. That one went turbo. Thank you, Scandy, for 13 months. Come on, Carsey, no, don't do that yet. Okay, well, I guess that worked out. I guess that worked out after all, past Carsey. Was that the first aid spray that I actually had to use? I think it was. I wasn't even paying attention to how many first aid sprays I used. All I remember was that I grabbed the one in the STARS office. No, I would have already had to use a first aid spray because I had 2 first aid sprays by the time I got to the gas station and picked that one up. Yeah, thanks, Duckswoman. Now we're only like 20 minutes in. You ain't missed anything, Nullifer. Oh no! This was the easiest dodge too! Oh no! Man, I must have been so bummed that I fucked this up. I completely avoided all these gunpowders here too. Man, I hope one day I can find the VHS where I recorded my very first speedrun too. So that I can save that shit up for whenever I get like 500,000 subs or something like that. Hey man, don't knock VHS. VHS has got that aesthetic though. It's got the vibes, man. Oh man, I guess I thought I was about to get bit there for a sec, huh? I think that trip to the item box was also the only one that I made through this run. There's a lot of preemptive turning here, though. Like a lot of really preemptive turning. That's not where you're supposed to go. Oh, that was a good call. I don't know, man. Popping that barrel is something that I still do. Oh, wow. Okay. So I pre-turned there, and I still almost got fucking hit by that drain demos.
Wait!
Don't think I ever lost any runs to that, but... First try sap sprint. Oh man, I didn't even think about running towards the outside of that wall there in order to lure them out one way. But at least you're still able to knock over 4 zombies at once, so that kind of benefited me there. But yeah, I knew I was gonna get bit here. Okay. Okay, that wasn't too bad. This is about what I expect in an 80% run these days. Also, thank you Dognose for the 53 months. Thank you Scandy for 13 months, and thank you Oasis for gifting a sub to Catastrophe. Guess past Carsey didn't have a horrendous uptown for all the RNG he was trying to get around. Zombie already busted out the door here? No, he didn't. Excuse me. Man, how did I dodge Nemesis here? There was a way that I did it. Oh, will you fuckers quit saying yawn in chat? Oh, so that's how I did it. I guess I was kind of hoping that I could bully him out of my way. Hey, thanks, Trance. Boom. Uh-oh. Oh, man. I almost lost the run there. Holy shit. Yeah, it is Trance. I actually reopened that channel and just used it for stream dumps. The old channel. shit. So yeah, I don't have I don't have I don't have 100K subs on my first YouTube channel.
It looks like we're ready to go. Here, take this.
So yeah,
Nikolai
the first time
won't be joining us.
that
I understand.
I tried doing speedruns of this,
I'll operate the cable car. Let's go.
it's like I don't know. I thought that everything was based around like weaknesses, and that the enemies still had like the same amount of HP or something. I don't know. Past Carsey was a dumb kid.
Mikhail! Mikhail.
No, the brakes are out.
Well, I think in a perverse way, past Carsey would probably be happy that future Carsey was shitting on him, because it meant that he actually did something with himself. Past Carsey would enjoy the Schadenfreude? Nah, not really. I think past Carsey was pretty into self-deprecation as well. So I didn't grab those gunpowders there as well. Because this is the US version, I used the freeze rounds first and the flame rounds second.
Here's a gift for you.
But I did grab those. Right, because my route was freeze rounds, flame rounds against Nemesis, then acid rounds against Gravedigger, and then I used freeze rounds against Nemesis in the garbage disposal. Because Nemesis has like three cycles. No, 4 cycles in the US version. And you can stun lock him with freeze rounds. Is how I routed this. But it's like weird. It's like in the US version, it's like the HP and the amount of rounds needed to stagger a phase for Garbage Nemesis were like way different. Because it would be something like, I don't know, 4 freeze rounds, but 3 phases for the Japanese version. But it's like 3 freeze rounds. Oh, I got the roar. 3 freeze rounds and 4 cycles in the US version. Thank you, Oscar Mike 90, for the 2 months. Appreciate it. Thank you for continuing your sub. But interestingly enough, you can't do the US version strats in the PC version because I think the Nemesis Type 2 fight is the same in the Japanese PC version as it is in the standard Japanese PlayStation version, even on arrange mode. Thank you, OmaRock92, also for the Prime. Appreciate it. I reckon I can go ahead and shovel this shit around. Why not? Hello? Okay. I'm kind of wondering, like, what would have been a better strat for garbage Nemesis? Probably would have just been flame rounds, huh? Was this really on DVD or did I record this to VHS? Because I just saw like part of it just like sort of bleed out of the way. Yo, I swear I recorded this to a DVD. What the fuck? This was from 2007. Oh, what are you doing? Oh man, you should have squeezed on the left side of the hallway there. He wouldn't have fucking headed you off like that. The fucking spider in the middle of the hall wouldn't have fucking headed me off like that. I think I even got poisoned this run, now that I think about it. Oh shit. Do you think past Carcy would take criticism from present Carcy? Only if present Carcy told him how to rule the world. But present Carcy still doesn't know the answer to that yet. Man, I would have given past Carcy a big old hug and been like, hey man, it's gonna be okay. Oh, no, I didn't get poisoned. Okay. So I actually was resetting on poison back then. I think that's all past Carcy ever wanted, was just someone to tell him that everything was going to be okay. You can't hug your past? Haven't you seen Time Cop? No, I haven't. Did someone die in Time Cop that way? When they hugged themselves in the past? One day, young Carcy, you will fly to Japan and play this game in front of the director. Right? Damn. You know, when you think about it that way, it's like, what if I told past Carsey that? Then maybe present Carsey should stop shitting on himself all the time. Hey, thank you, Rush K, for the 1,000 bits. Congrats on 100k, dude. Your vids are always helping. Yo, no problem. Yeah, so... Oh, I opened with... flame rounds. Why did I do that? Interesting choice. It comes out to around the same either way. Actually, that's not a bad way to do it.
Please, wake up.
Because then it's like you actually get off like most of your freeze rounds. It's like Nemesis is busy spamming rockets at you in the first phase, and then the last phase is just gonna keep fucking trying. So it's like, well, he's that close, you might as well just go ahead and let them all go, and hopefully he doesn't dodge any. Because I have had many a run ruined to Nemesis fucking tanking all of my grenades. Or dodging all of my grenades. "34 months from Infamous. You excited next month?" Yeah? Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, he's still fucking swag stepping grenades. That was... That's like, aw shit, here we go again. Oh, wow. Okay. Got kind of lucky there. It's like rather dodge spiders than drain demos, but spiders have a higher chance of poisoning you. Less of a chance of hitting you, but when they hit you... Oh god, do they hit you? Do they suck? Thank you, Chaos X Wings, for the prime. Everyone please raise them Carsey hypes in chat, and welcoming Chaos Wings to Poos and Friends. It got that dodge, right? Oh, 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 come on, you can do it, man. You're sliding on all these cars and these walls, but you can do it. You got this shit, Past Carsey. I believe in you. Fucking shit pile. Not very sure I could come up with a better route for this run now if I wanted to.
There also appears to be a slight fracture in his right arm.
Then calling him a shit pile?
However,
Dude, I'm going to. I'm going to. What? Fuck no, Doe. So this run was from like 10 years ago. I'm not... No. I'm here to fucking make fun of this shit. I already beat this run many times. This ain't even a present world record by any stretch of the imagination. I could beat this run in my sleep if I wanted to. This is also when I discovered that you could read the doctor's note on the body and know like exactly what direction to push the shelf. I thought I was fucking Chris Angel Mind Freak with strats like that. let's watch and see how he pushes this. Okay. Nope. Nope. Okay. Pretty sure that's correct. Oh, that was... Oh, man. Did we get zombies down here, or did we get hunters? Man, there's like a lot of movement flubs in past Carsey's run. Oh, God. To be fair, I don't even know how to dodge that hunter. I'm pretty bad at that one. Not too bad, am I, Fox? How are you? Thanks for the 3 months. Yeah, no fucking Zambonis here. Man, I still haven't changed the strategy at all. Because I still don't know how to catch both hunters in one explosive barrel. I hate that. I hate that I can't figure that out. That's right, Pass Carsey, you light them up. Seconds be damned. What is it, man? Is it a no damage run or is it a speed run, Pass Carsey? Can't figure it out. That's okay. Man, Pass Carsey wouldn't have even known what a frame was. What about past Rin? Well, I had another poos who was watching me do runs of video games. His name was Spot, and he used to sit like on top of my chair. Yeah, the whole reason I had this handgun was to just like blow up barrels and just like poke zombies out of the way, I guess. Man, if I had the mine thrower, actually, it'd probably be just as well using the mine thrower in the US version. I think so. Uh-oh. You juke, he puke. Oh, bummer, I got zombies. Oh man, did I seriously think I could get in front of that zombie back in the day? Maybe I just didn't watch the world record fast enough, but I'm pretty sure that Goda... Like, there weren't very many runs to watch back then. Whoa, shit. Oh my god. Am I gonna make it out alive? Well, it's a good thing that I healed there. I was kind of afraid that I was gonna get my head chopped off by that hunter. Little poke, run in front. But in this run, I used freeze rounds against garbage Nimi, and I used flame rounds against final Nimi. It's like at least I knew that it would be possible to one cycle him, but I don't think I even got the one cycle in this run. Cuz I was too busy prioritizing like living and completing a run over actually like doing well. Well, that's good. At least I had enough inventory slots there. Actually, 12 flame rounds would have been more than enough to get Nemesis down to 202 HP from 900, I think. Yeah, I don't think quality select options were even available on YouTube back in 2007. I did not grab those grenades that were sitting on the shelf because there would be a small cutscene with those. At least I was smart enough to avoid those. It's like, come on, you didn't need those. So I was able to skip those.
I'm quite impressed.
Oh my god, I forgot all about that. Put equals HQ at the end of the URL for best quality. Back when fucking HQ was in beta, I remember that shit. Did I get the dodge roll here? Nope. Oh, I wasted that acid round so bad. I think I actually got fucked. I think I fucked up bad on this fight. Oh yeah, I sure did. The Gravedigger was trolling me pretty hard though. Oh shit. Oh no! The fucking 3 cycle! Oh my god! Oh shit! I would have wasted a fucking whole ass minute on this. It was one shot away. Oh man. I didn't even have a first aid spray after this either, dude. Holy shit. And I had to run in caution for so long. Dude, I should have reset after this. But I didn't know. I didn't know the mechanics of the Gravedigger. I just thought it was X amount of bullets kills him, nothing to do with the Gravedigger being out of the ground all the way or anything like that. I didn't figure that shit out until like way later. Yeah, dude, I lost at least a fucking minute off of this shit alone. Trying to go into the inventory, but I was already so low on health. I had to have been at like fucking 50 health or something like that. And then I healed up to 100. Didn't put me in fine, so I needed another. At least I used that acid round right there. What I used to capture back in 2007, a DVD recorder. That's what I used. The handgun pop ain't gonna save you from a fucking turbo zombie, my guy. And we're back concussion! Oh no! Man, this is where I fucked everything up, man. I would have gotten the first sub 120 on the US version if I just didn't fuck up on Gravedigger. It would have been so easy. If I could go back and relive 2007, would I? Knowing everything that I know now? I don't know. It's kind of tough to say. I'm sure that life would probably be a lot better for me right about now, but honestly, I'm gonna be completely honest. I like where I am with my life right now. Because, I mean, if things were any different, then, you know, I wouldn't have the people in my life right now that I have. So. Did I fuck this up? Oh no, I got it right. I got it right. Hell yeah. If President Carsey could go back and talk to Internet Troll Carsey, what would he say to him? Quit being a fucking dickhead. Stop that. It would have just been easier to use like 3 gunpowder A's for Nemesis, for garbage Nemesis here, I think. Oh shit! We're in caution again! Oh! Man, Past Carsey actually did okay for like the first half of the game, and then he goes off and pulls this fucking shit. Yeah, no, like, I'm pretty sure that, I mean, it's like back then, I didn't use Live Split or anything like that because programs like that didn't even exist back then. So I had no idea what pace I would have been on. All I knew was, oh fuck, I'm taking more hits. I'm losing more time. I hope I'm still on pace to get the run I want. About like 5 years, probably, Mikey B. But it was due to lack of competition. I actually don't even know who would have broken it. It was actually found out that the run that I thought broke my record was actually on emulator a little while ago. It was either on emulator or it was on a chipped console, one or the other, but the load times were like abnormally fast for an SCPH 90K. But whatever, I didn't care. I was pretty unhappy with this run. Did I get an award for something? Yeah, I got a fucking bag full of 50 internets. I won 50 internets. Have my gold, sir. Man, Reddit wasn't even a thing back then. Maybe a few years later, but back then it was all about earning internets. Thank you so much, Jill Valentine, for the 10 months, and thank you, Block's Future, for the 21 months. Man, and I still didn't heal yet. I guess I was like really trying to stretch that last first aid spray because I didn't even know there was a first aid spray in the air control tower at the time of this run. That's the only reason why I wouldn't have just gone ahead and used the first aid spray. Wow, I fucked the strat up. How did I do that? Oh, that's funny. I turned the acid valve during his death animation. Damn, that's something that past Carcy did that present Carcy will never be able to do in a million years.
Warning. Missile attack confirmed. All personnel evacuate immediately.
What the hell am I drinking? Straight vodka. The fucking hyper zombie. And here I am still running in caution like a fucking dill hole. And I wondered why I didn't get 119 back in the day. I didn't even use the first aid spray here. Oh, that's what I did. That's what I did. Yeah, see, not knowing anything about like enemy HP and how it works probably led me to make some of these really dumb decisions because all I could think of was fine, caution. And it's like looking at what I know now, it's like, oh crap. It's like I know exactly how much damage, like I know exactly how much HP I have at a given time just by watching this. But I wouldn't have known that. I must have totally forgot about that one. It looks like your hands were shaking. Yeah, probably.
Checking system.
You know, I think half the reason why the Japanese speedrun community was like way ahead of the US speedrun community was because they actually had like leaderboards and they actually had people like talking to each other about like what the fastest strats were. And it's like there was something similar on SDA, but like the Resident Evil community was really not that big. As far as I can remember, it was just like the only like really, really good runners for Resident Evil were Ekudet and Trevor Seguin. Like the whole community back then was just myself, SSH Blur, Trevor Seguin, Ekudet, and Dragon Dark. But Dragon Dark stopped running Resident Evil pretty quickly. No, dude. I'm talking about way before like fucking Orklon, Dudley, or any of them, man. I was this run was like 2007.
Rail cannon has been activated. Executing quick charge program. Preparing to fire.
Are they still around? No, they have long since moved on. Maybe I did get the one cycle here. This is probably like the only redeeming boss fight in this entire run. Oh no! Oh, but it was a 3 cycle. Crap. Well, he tried. You gave it your best pass, Carcy. Yes, you will die instantly from the railgun. But it's like way back then, it's like the Resident Evil speedrunning community was like really small, like in the like in the English speaking world. And there were only like a few of us who were like actually sending videos or like recording videos back then. So it's like none of us would have known anything about Resident Evil 3. Like half the reason nobody ran Resident Evil 3 was because it was too random. But it's like the other half is like there's insufficient information to like really understand what is going on. It's not like any one person started the speedrunning community, and it certainly wasn't the Japanese who started it. I think the first time that there were like speedruns was like It was like in the 90s. People used to trade. People used to send like Doom demos to each other. They'd be trying to like outdo each other in Doom. And then it was Quake, and then the Quake community formed Speed Demos Archive, and in 2003 was when Radix, the admin of Speed Demos Archive, allowed console runs to be
It's coming.
submitted to the website. So he opened it up to more than just like Quake. And then after that, it started like slowly attracting like a lot of people to it. Not at all. Not at all, Oasis. Not in the slightest. Dude, Quake was like one of the first like fully 3D rendered games.
That's it.
Games done quick didn't even happen for another like 7 years. But I think like the Resident Evil community, like in the English speaking speedrunning community, started with like Twin Galaxies, and then they moved over to Speed Demos Archive when they started when it became apparent that it was more fun to show other people videos than it was to just like have a name on a leaderboard verified by some like old dude in his mom's house or something.
Our hearts go out to those poor civilians of Raccoon City.
But on the other hand, in Japan, the way that Resident Evil speedrunning started over there was it was actually the strategy guides for Resident Evil 2, because it's like strategy guides in Japan went like above and beyond back then. There was a strategy guide that had probably the earliest known world record, or report of a world record that I know about, was in a Japanese strategy guide. I don't know who actually did it, like who actually did the run, but it was I believe it was someone at Famitsu maybe, who recorded a bunch of Resident Evil 2 speedruns. And then after that it was like, yeah, the old strategy guides had current speedrun strats. Pretty fucking wacky. But yeah, so basically, because these books had really, really good speedrun strats, just for people trying to get the rocket launcher and shit like that, and trying to get like max rank, like other communities started popping up on the Japanese internet, which would have led to like Shin's site, which is no longer available. If you go to Wayback Machine, you can probably find like a few pages. It's at like homepage3.nifty.com/shin3 was the URL. But it's like back then, people recorded their shit on VHS or DVD, and they mailed them directly to Shin, and Shin would put them on his computer, and people would just download the videos directly from his computer. That's a lot of work. What, mailing your video? I mean, what else were you gonna fucking do if you wanted other people to see your run? You know? And it was the same thing with SDA. I recorded this run to a DVD, and I mailed it to a dude named Nate, who transferred it to, who converted it to digital. But there we go. This was my very first world record that I got back in 2007.